Hey there, and welcome to Strength in Sisterhood, the podcast where faith, friendship, and fierce encouragement come together.
We're here to share stories that will inspire and lift each other up while we grow in faith together.
No matter where you are, we're here to remind you that you are never alone. With God and a little sisterhood, we're stronger together.
So grab a cup of coffee and get ready to be encouraged and empowered.
Hello, and welcome to Strength in Sisterhood. I'm Amy.
And I'm Summer.
And we're really glad that you're here today. How are you doing today, Summer?
I'm really good.
You're good?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah, it's so bright in here.
It is.
It's so bright in this room. It's not usually this bright, but that means the sun is shining.
Right, because we have no lights on.
I know, we don't.
I mean,
The lamp, but usually even still with that lamp on, it's pretty dark.
Yeah, usually it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's like a little hole.
It is.
Like the recording room that we go into.
It's cozy though.
Yeah, but today you turn the lights off and you even ask, you're like, why is it so bright in here? Well, that's the sun.
Yeah.
It's shining today.
Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me.
Oh.
Do you not know that song? I think it's like Sesame Street or something, actually.
Oh,
no? Maybe not.
Sunny days.
Oh, that's the one,
Dun,
yeah.
da, da, clouds away. Da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to look up those.
Down a Sesame Street. I don't know.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too funny. But anyways.
So you know what we've been doing for a year?
What?
The podcast.
Oh, I know. It's February. No, it's March now.
It's March now.
Yeah, it's March now.
We have been doing it for officially 1 year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had some really good episodes the last couple of weeks.
We have, yes.
Our friend Ellen.
Amazing.
That was a great episode.
It was.
Great conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hope that people enjoyed. Mm-hmm. I know I really enjoyed talking with her.
It's one of the ones I could go back and listen to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just love, I was listening to part of the episode and you could just hear hearty laughter. And I was just like, oh, that's just, it can be serious one moment and then switch right over into the hearty laughter. And that's Ellen. Yep. I love it.
I got a text message from someone and they said, Ellen is hysterical with 15 exclamation points. And I was like, I know. She is. She is hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good episode.
Yeah, that was really good. But yeah, I can't believe that we've been doing this for a year.
It's wild.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to all of our listeners.
Yes. Yeah.
Kudos. I was actually, I saw Chan recently, our hairdresser.
Me too.
Best hairdresser in town.
Yes, she is.
And she said something of, we were talking about the podcast and she's just like, I'm kind of proud of myself. I usually don't always stick with things.
Sure.
But she's like, I have listened to every episode. I was like,
Jan.
you know what? Bravo.
Yes.
Kudos to you because that's an accomplishment.
It is. Yeah, to stay faithful
I
to
appreciate
listening.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for anybody who has listened to a episode of the podcast, but anybody who's listened to all of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. So I just had that mile marker that had been a year.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty cool.
That is very cool.
So who knows how long the Lord will allow us to continue doing it, but I'm thankful.
Yes.
Yeah, we still have more to talk about. So example, today, our topic is treasures in heaven. Mm-hmm. And it comes from in Matthew 6:19 through 21. And this is actually one of our memory verses.
It is.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust. Oh my gosh. Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Oh, good job, Amy.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thieves.
Rust.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Okay, well, let's go fill up our cups because I'm going to need it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Summer. So what filled up your cup this week?
Well, it wasn't this week. It was the week before. But I was at the gym. I've been taking my youngest to the gym with me in the mornings. And he plays pickleball with a bunch of retired people.
Nice.
And yeah, he loves it. They all know him by name. But there was one day that I got done with one of the classes that I did, and I came by and I sat down and waited for him to get done playing the game that he was in. And then once he was done, I started walking over to him like, hey, bud, it's time to go. And a couple ladies came up to me and wanted to meet who I was and shake my hand. And one of them gave me a hug. Wow. And she's like, are you his mother? And I was like, yes. And I introduced myself. And she said, great job, Mom. Aww. You're doing such a good job. They must have met my other son too, because he had the day off from school that he was going to for a couple classes. And so they had known both of them. They're like, your boys are just so polite and so kind, like just really just good job, Mom, and gave me a hug. And
that's cool.
It was very sweet. And that week, honestly, was a really hard week as a mom. And so to hear that, it just made me well up with tears. And I'm like, oh, and then and then it's like, thank you, Lord, for allowing that. And just reminded me, like, I am a good mom. Yeah.
It hit at the right time.
It did.
When you needed it.
It really did. And it was sweet. And it was like, oh, man, thanks. And just filled up my cup.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job, Mom.
Anyways, what about you? What's your fill up my cup?
Okay, so our friend Kate, our listeners may remember her. Our listeners have met her because she's done a guest episode for us. But our friend Kate, she works at a medical office here in town, and she works there part-time and her daughter works there full-time. And so my parents had gone in there for treatment, and Kate got to see him. And she came to me the next...
Lucky.
Yeah. Kate came up to me the next time she was at church, and she's just like, you know what? She's like, I got to see your parents, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
She's like, so this is what I'm thinking. So she contacted my mom, and she's like, hey, this is what I would like to do. I want to come and bring you guys dinner and have dinner with you. And I'll cook, and I'll bring it over. And when she told all her kids, even though two of them are young adults, they're all just like, I want to go. Don't go on a day where I have to work. Like, I want to go.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. So they came over the other night, and Kate made this delicious meal.
Of course.
And not only did she made homemade soup, homemade bread, like fresh out of the oven. It was still warm.
Yum.
And a dessert, a delicious dessert. And so the food was divine. The fellowship was phenomenal. But most of all, the thing that filled up my cup was seeing people love my parents.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of, right now they're just dealing with different health issues. Each of them have their own health issues and some mobility issues that kind of restrict them from being able to be out and about as much as they would like to or have been in the past.
Yeah.
And so it's really difficult sometimes for them to get to church or to go places and to be around other believers.
Yep.
They faithfully watch online. So just a little sidebar. Anybody who might be listening to this who has anything to do with online ministry.
Yeah.
It's invaluable.
Yes.
It's important. It's sometimes the lifeline.
Sure.
Right? In some churches, I've watched online where some churches really lean into that. And they welcome online community, welcome online church,
Sure.
Very interactive, very good at making them feel involved, even though they're not physically there.
Right.
But still, it's a vital thing because that's what my parents have.
Sure.
And they faithfully watch online and stuff like that. But it's not the same, as being and just fellowshipping.
Yeah.
I kind of miss that factor of it. And so for Kate to take the time, it was a labor of love.
So sweet.
She comes over and she brings, delicious food and stuff like that. And it was just a labor of love. And of course, flowers, because it's Kate.
Is there anything that woman is not good at?
I've known her for a long time, and
You haven't found any?
I don't know if I've had anything on that list yet. But yeah, it was really good. And I know that I know that my parents were really touched by that. And so to be able to see somebody, take the time and
reach out.
Yeah, reach out and just say, hey, I just want to spend some time with you.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be a big ordeal.
Right.
I don't want to put you out, so I'm going to bring all the food. I'm going to take care of all of that for you. And yeah, it was really sweet. And just a great conversation. And the kids were, my parents know them. Mm-hmm. And they felt loved.
That's
good. It was
good.
just really sweet. So that definitely filled up my cup. So.
Good. I bet it filled up theirs too.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom was talking with my brother afterwards, recently, was telling him about it. And it was just, I could tell. I was sitting there watching my parents, and yeah, it just meant a lot to them. So thank you, Kate, for doing that. And yeah, it was just good. And it was also just, sometimes when we do, like, even if we do go to church,
yeah,
we see each other there, and you can fellowship and stuff like that. But there's just something different about at church. People are, we're all dressed up, like there's just,
it's harder to have conversations there too. You know, like you can have long conversations, really.
Right.
Whereas it's more intimate, more personal when you can just go to someone's house and have a conversation.
Because I don't want to be holding up the guy who has to lock up.
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody has to lock up. And so if I'm sitting there having a long conversation, and so just there's something about, I'm just wanting to get to the point of, there's something about getting together with other believers outside of church.
Yeah.
That can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just relaxed, and we're just able to communicate and fellowship, and it was good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that our cups are full, let's get into our topic.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. So our topic today is treasures in heaven, and it comes from Matthew 6. We talked about that verse, and I fumbled over it.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, you're a fan of those. So I think nothing different. But it just we kind of thought about this topic. So around this time of year, it's tax time.
It is.
And that's on my to-do list. It's been on my to-do list for the last...
I'm done.
3 weeks. Oh, yeah.
I've already gotten my returns.
Yeah. You've already gotten your returns?
I have, yeah.
Oh, see, I usually like to have mine done by the end of February.
I still have to help my kids with theirs.
Yeah.
2 of my kids are working now, so I've got to help them do theirs, but mine's done, and I've already got my returns.
That's why you're so relaxed.
Go me.
Yeah. Bravo. I usually like to have mine done by the end of February, so the fact that we're into March,
you're kind of late.
Shush.
It's all right. You have a month. From the time this comes out, you have a month.
See, that's what makes me nervous. I don't like being within the month of...
Sure.
I like having it done in February and just... while everybody else worries about taxes, it's like, I'm done. Got my money back.
See, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Light and airy.
It's a nice feeling. Anyways, since it's that time of year, it just makes me think of... investments, kind of a good time to evaluate. It's also for my job. We don't really do like end of year bonuses or like, this is the time.
Sure.
When they do any type of like pay increases or anything like that. And so this is a time where I usually kind of do evaluations of, 401k or retirements or just different financial evaluations. And so that's been kind of on my mind. And then I came across, since this is one of our memory verses, it comes across my mind quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was caught up, but I'm behind again in a little bit.
It's okay. You can do just one a day.
Yeah. But it just, when I was doing this verse the last time, it just kind of struck me as like treasures in heaven, and I was thinking about all those different investments financially that have been on my mind.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was a good reminder of spiritual investments. What am I like? It's a good time. It's a good thing from time to time, I think, to evaluate what are some of my spiritual investments.
Right, because we can get caught up in earthly things.
Right.
Where our mindset's not really thinking about, okay, what am I doing that's got eternal value, that's going to be a treasure in heaven?
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's good too to kind of recalibrate.
Yes.
Because at the end of that verse, it says, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
That's right.
And if I want my heart set on things in heaven, then that's what I ought to be investing in.
That's right.
So I think you're being a good steward to, plan for things here on earth. Like,
absolutely.
I'm a single woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd be foolish if I didn't plan for retirement.
Sure.
Or I know we know some young people and they're getting jobs and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, that has benefits. That has 401k. That has paid vacation. Those are good things to consider.
Yeah.
When you are looking for a job or employment. And so I always try to encourage them in taking those things into consideration. But it was good for me to just kind of evaluate and think too of like, what am I investing in spiritually?
Right.
So that's kind of some of the thoughts that I had or where this topic came from. And I know that I know there's been times, I think it's good to evaluate where we are. So one of the thoughts that came to my mind with this topic was, who am I investing in right now? Mm-hmm. Because treasures in heaven. I think we can invest our time, talents. Yeah. Right? Is there anything else? Feels like there should be 3.
Time, talents, and treasure. Time, talents, treasure.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are 3 areas in which we can be investing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So, how am I investing those things spiritually? There have been times where, like when you and I were doing discipleship, it was very clear to me. Mm-hmm. I'm investing this time.
Yeah.
And some of my knowledge.
Right.
Into you, into a new disciple. Yep. And that's an exciting thing.
It is.
But, that ends.
Right. Yeah, I'm a big girl now.
Look at you. You cracked you.
I'm a big girl now.
And now you're investing in other people.
Yes.
And so that's exciting. That's exciting because it is like spiritual investments can often be similar to financial. Mm-hmm. Like you invest in this financially here on earth, you might invest in this, but then that branches off into these different things. And spiritually, it's no different.
Right.
You take time to invest in somebody else, like I've invested in you through discipleship. And now to see you investing and doing discipleship with other people, that's exciting. And that also goes into my account,
Well, and sometimes too, when you invest into something, like when you invest your money, you don't always see the return of that yet. That takes time.
Right.
And you have to continually keep putting in, right?
Yep.
Well, it's the same with people. Sometimes you don't really see, you don't get that return of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get that return. You don't get to see all of it, but you're still putting it in.
Yeah.
Putting it in. And sometimes there's losses with investing. Sometimes it's a risk.
Yep.
You can lose. You can lose on your financial. But the things that are eternal, those aren't lost.
Right.
Those are eternal things. So investing in me, now I get to in turn invest into someone else.
Yep.
And then they can eventually grow and invest in someone else as well. It's just like it's compound.
Yeah. Well, and too, I think too, like along those lines, I was thinking of how there's kind of like a cycle. It made me think of in Titus, I think it's Titus 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says in Titus 2, verse 2, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. Verse 3, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. So in Titus 2, it talks about the aged, right? So like the older generation teaching the younger generation. And that's true, and that's great, and that's biblical, obviously. Yeah. But nobody's ever, or I was thinking, so I had those verses on my mind. But then I also realized, like, nobody's ever really arrived.
No.
So the older generation can also learn
Yes.
still learn.
Yep.
Like there are things that I can teach, but there are still things that I can learn
Right.
from even younger generations than I am. And so it just made me think of like, who am I investing in now? And who am I having invest in me?
Right. Because even the older women that you're talking about, the aged women, they can learn something from younger people.
Yes.
Like I learn from my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And so even then, the aged women can learn from younger women too.
Yes. Yeah. And I just feel like you were talking about how it's like a compound thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a cycle to it. Like it's not just, okay, well, I'm older. And so therefore, and oh no, I don't want to have that mindset.
I was about to say, I don't want to be that way.
No.
I don't want to be like, well, there's nothing else for me to learn here.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to keep a teachable spirit, and a teachable spirit from being able to be taught from the Lord and from the Holy Spirit, but also from others.
Yep.
You know, regardless of their age.
Right. You can't let pride get in the way just because somebody younger than you.
Right.
You can learn something from them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, it just made me think of, you know, treasures in heaven. And so how do we set that up? Like, what does that look like? So how do I lay up for myself treasures in heaven? I think you and I were talking about this a little bit. A lot of times when I come across that verse, I think some of that stuff is done in private.
Sure.
You know, people don't always see.
Right.
Like I think I can lay up treasures in heaven by investing in other people. Mm-hmm. I think that's a main thing that comes up, and we can do that through children's ministries.
Yep.
You know, you work with the youth,
Mm-hmm.
And especially at those ages, like they need people investing in them.
Yes.
And a lot of times they don't listen to mom and dad, so they need sometimes other voices.
Yep, they sure do.
And doing that, you're also investing in mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know, the parents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's such a blessing to the parents when someone else comes in and helps kind of like confirm what mom and dad are already saying and investing in them with knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad are just kind of dumb.
In the teenage brain.
In the teenage brain, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But you can give of your time too.
Yes.
You know, you can give of your time to, I don't know, however the Lord leads.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
whether that be giving your time sometimes to the elderly.
Yes.
You know, like sometimes they just need companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Or whether that be to younger generations, you know, maybe to volunteering at children's ministries or whatever.
Sure.
Practicing hospitality. You know, we talked about giving of your time. Like Kate coming over,
Yes.
you know.
Yep.
She took the time. Like I look at something like that and I just see all the time of like, she had to plan the meal, buy the ingredients, cook it, make it, you know, like just, I see the time, you know.
Yeah.
And that's an investment.
Yeah.
And that things like that, people might not always think that that's a spiritual work, but it can be.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
And so I love that. I love, we can give of our time. We can be generous in our time, but we can also be generous in other things too.
Yeah.
Talking about taxes and financials, investment. I know financial is usually something that it goes hand in hand with
Yep.
it. But yeah, you can invest in your local church financially.
Yep.
You can financially invest in missions.
As I say, missionary work. Yeah.
Or even just helping people experience missions, you know?
Yeah.
I know one thing that our church does is we have a separate mission fund, and all of that money goes to missions, but we also have, we try to budget for helping kids go, or young people.
Right.
Or anybody from church, really.
Yeah.
helping them the financial means of them getting to go to
a missions
trip.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
To experience that. And I think that stuff is important. And that's the interesting thing sometimes thinking about treasures in heaven, because like you mentioned, there's eternal rewards in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are.
And we don't, like you said, we don't always see it. We don't always see
No. But
the
they're just
return
being
on
laid
that
up.
investment. Yeah.
Just being laid up there. Like,
And
throw that in your box.
Right. And it's sometimes hard to even think about that. But a prayer can be that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
That's what I mean. I think a lot of times when I come across that verse of lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where moth and rust don't corrupt.
Proud of you for getting through
and
that.
thieves do not break through nor steal.
Yeah.
It's a lot of thefts.
Yeah.
But, I was thinking about that with prayer. And I'm trying to find the right way to take the jumbled thought in my head and express it in English.
Let us hear the jumbled.
It's like figuring out a knot. It's like getting a knot in a necklace.
Sure.
That's different than a knot in string.
Yeah, you gotta untangling that bugger.
And it's delicate and it's little. Yeah, anyways. That's what I feel like I have in my head right now.
Sure.
But with prayer, I had this thought this week. That's something that we get to experience here on earth that we don't get to do in heaven.
Wow. That's cool to think about. That's a neat thought.
You know?
We won't have to because we'll be with him.
Because we'll be with him.
Amen.
So that's something that, because it made me even think too of like, oh yeah, when that song, Sweet Hour of Prayer, this robe of flesh I'll drop and rise. And that verse ends, farewell, farewell, sweet hour of prayer.
Yes.
And that's something that we can only do and experience.
Do you know what else I like about prayer? I like about prayer is that anyone can do it. Like a person who can't walk, a person who can't see, a person who is deaf, a person who has a speech impediment. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone can pray.
Yep.
He's made that available to everyone.
Yeah.
No matter anything.
Oh, I love that.
I do too.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I thought about that too. Like, prayer is a way that you can invest, and it can be help you lay up treasures in heaven. Just spending that time with the Lord.
Yeah. I enjoyed being reminded of it because, like you said in the beginning, like recalibrating. It's like making sure the heart and where we're putting our treasures, they line up. And I don't know, it just helps to kind of get your mindset right, to kind of evaluate, like you said, this time of year, you're evaluating finances and what you're investing your money in. And I don't know, I think it's good to do that. And I just hope that that's something that I'm reminded of more often.
Yeah.
Because you can get caught up, like, oh, I got this going on, got that going on, where you're not really like, just stop and think, okay.
We just have the cares of life.
Yeah, yeah.
But so it's a good time for me to calibrate, like, okay, am I investing in others? Like, am I trying to serve and love others? Am I being generous in the things that God has given me, whether that be my time or my talents or my money? Can I give a little bit more here? Sure. Can I give a little bit more there? And also pointing others to Christ.
Yes.
Am I doing that? How am I doing on doing that? Because we ought to. That's the Great Commission.
Yes.
And so it's like kind of coming out of hibernation.
Yeah.
In the winter time. And but just how am I doing with that? Am I showing love to others? Am I serving others? Am I being generous? Am I pointing others to Christ? Because these are all different ways that I feel like we can lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven.
Yes.
Am I spending? How is my prayer life? Right. Am I kind of flippant about it? And then having that thought this week of like, this is something you only get to do.
I love that thought.
Oh. And it was just, for me, it was good because it was like, oh, what an honor and what a privilege.
It's kind of special. Yes, it's special.
Yeah.
I love that.
So,
Wow. And I think about that verse, like, boldly come to the throne of grace.
yeah.
Privilege is a good word.
Yeah.
What a privilege.
It is. It does. It feels like a privilege to be able to pray.
It is.
And to be able to lift up others.
Yes.
You know, and to just spend that time with them. Like,
Yep.
oh, yeah. And also, it's a good way for me to evaluate the things that I am doing and make sure that I am doing it for God's glory and not just for recognition.
Yes.
Like, I love being a Sunday school teacher, and I love being a Sunday school teacher.
Yeah.
Those kids are hilarious.
My youngest said that they could hear you making all kinds of noises the other week.
Oh, really?
I said, it sounds like maybe that was an elephant. Maybe she was making an elephant noise or something.
Yeah.
But all the kids were making noises too.
Sure.
And he says he can hear it. And I'm like, oh, well, there's probably a whale going on in there.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of noises. I don't know what it was, but.
Maybe it was our memory verses. We do memory verses like a pirate.
Okay.
That's usually my specialty. A whale. That's Miss Kate.
Yes.
Yep. She's fluent in whale. Yeah.
So fun.
But it's fun. And it's also, but it's so, I don't know. Then you get to hear these kids, like, they do start memorizing verses, you know, or they start understanding some of these biblical concepts.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just so cool. It's just so rewarding. And
That's an investment.
It is. So now I've been doing it long enough to where I'm friends with some of the people.
So cool.
And to see them and think like, oh, I used to have you in Sunday school.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when you would stumble over these verses or whatever. And
cute.
just to see them flourish, you know? So it is. I'm thankful for the return on investment that the Lord allows me to see on this side of heaven. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Okay. So we're going to wrap up here, I think, on this topic, but I know I have a couple closing thoughts. What are some closing thoughts that you have?
The only thing I have is a quote that's by Benjamin Franklin that says, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." And the thing that everyone needs to know, if it talks about investing in knowledge, it's knowing the truth about Jesus Christ and knowing Him, because literally our life depends on it.
That's really good.
Yeah. What about you?
Good job, Benny Frank.
Benny Frank.
Frank.
Benny.
Benjamin.
Benny boy. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Going off the rails really
Close
quick.
us up, Amy.
All right. So just a final thought that I had. It's worth remembering that the things that our world often celebrates, you know, success, recognition, achievement, riches, aren't the things that Jesus told us
That's
to
right.
store up. You know, we can't take money or property
Cars,
or anything
houses.
like that with us. But Jesus reminds us to lay up treasures in heaven, the kind that can't fade or be taken away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Like you talk about loss. Like, yeah, sometimes when you're investing, there's a loss.
Yes.
But when you invest in spiritual things and you lay up that treasure in heaven,
Yep.
that's the best vault.
It's safe.
It's literally out of this world.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. It is literally out of this world.
it is. But I mean, it's a secure
Yep.
vault.
Nobody's going to touch it.
Yeah.
Take it away from you.
And so I'm thankful for that.
Same.
Like I'm thankful that there's always a return on that investment,
Yep.
on spiritual investments. And it doesn't always have to be great, big things.
Right.
You know, sometimes because we are human and we like to think of the big. Great. Lord, I want to do something great for you. And our definition of that can be so different sometimes from what He considers great things.
Yeah.
Maybe those treasures are built in ways that feel ordinary, like a kind word, like those ladies who
Yes.
talked to you at the gym.
Yeah.
That filled up your cup.
It's still
you know?
filling it. Like
Yeah.
it's still so good. Like I'm going to
And-
remember that
Yes.
when I'm having a bad mom day.
Yes. No, these two ladies called me out and said, I'm doing a good job.
I will remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, and that's the thing too, is a kind word, that can give for days,
You can.
you know?
Those are things that you can remember forever.
Yeah. So sometimes those treasures are built in ordinary ways.
Yep.
A kind word, a quiet prayer for a friend, choosing patience when it's hard, or just encouraging somebody who needed it at just the right moment.
Yep.
You know, that can be an eternal investment.
Yes.
Those small, faithful moments may not seem like much here on earth, but in God's kingdom, they matter more than we know.
Yep.
So I just want to encourage our listeners this week to keep investing in what lasts.
Yes.
Loving God, loving people, and trusting that the Lord sees every little act of faithfulness. Mm-hmm. So with that, good. I think we'll go ahead and get into our gratitude moment.
Okay.
Okay, Summer. So what is your gratitude moment for this week?
My gratitude moment is we have to establish with a new primary care for my kids. Well, and myself too. But the one that we had was like 3 years ago, and she had left the location that we were seeing her at for years. Like, she's been our primary for years.
Sure.
Well, I thought she had just left. I thought she was leaving the state or something.
Yeah.
Well, I went to go and register us with a new provider. Now, we haven't really needed to see the doctor for the last couple of years, so we just haven't. But I went to go sign us up, and on the paperwork that I needed to fill out, it was like, who was your previous primary care provider? So I went to go look her up to see what the location was, address and stuff of where she used to be, so I could put it on this form. And I found out she's still here.
Oh.
She's still here in town. And I was like, how did I not know that?
Yeah.
So I was super thankful because she already, we've already established care with her.
Yep.
And I was really kind of hesitant, like, okay, we have to go start a new one. And then, they have to get all of our medical records and wah, wah, wah. I don't like that. But then I'm like, she's here. So I'm really excited to go see her and to take my kids because I do think she'll remember a couple of my kids at least. And I don't know, I'm thankful for that. I was at peace with just being able to have her here.
Yeah, because it can be a hassle to switch doctors.
Well, yes. And then I know from seeing her before that she listened to me. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm like, this is my concern, I'd really like to have this test run. She'd be like, okay, let's do that, Or she's a very good doctor. Yeah. She's just very good. Good. So I'm really excited to see her.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about you?
Well, for me, I was very thankful. So this may sound a little odd for being a gratitude moment, but stay with me. Okay. So we're still in winter.
Yep.
We have had a pretty mild winter. Mm-hmm. And so back in February, my car heater was working, but the blower motor stopped working. Mm-hmm. And so I remember I was driving one day and I was like, what's that sound? Huh. That sounds weird. Is it chilly in here? Just me? Okay. Which is really interesting because I was driving by myself. So I was not talking to anybody. But anyways, so figured out that it was the blower motor of my car heater. And so it doesn't really, my car heater was thankfully still working, but it didn't really do much good.
Sure.
Because it wouldn't blow anywhere. It wouldn't blow that heat anywhere. Which was not that bad, though, because we were in a warm spell.
Right.
It was like in the 40s or 50s. So didn't need my car heater, right? Didn't need to start it in the middle of the night or start it in the morning until the cold came back.
Yep.
And then we got snow and stuff, and it's just like, oh, no, I need it. And
yeah, because you need it to defrost your windshield, and you need your heater.
And it's illegal. I actually looked it up. It's illegal to drive in North Dakota without a functioning defrost in the wintertime.
Did not know that.
And Cindy's Law or something like that. When I see a name like that, it's like Cindy's Law, then that tells me that people passed away because of it.
Sure.
And that's what prompted the law to come.
Sure.
So anyways, I was thankfully able to get my car in. And as a single woman, it's like, that's dude stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like messing around with that. I don't know. But I do really enjoy entrust the place where I take my vehicle. And they have all the history on it.
Right.
So it was really good. I got it in. Thankfully, I was able to get it in. And the mechanic reviewed it. You know, he did an evaluation or whatever. He calls me and he says, hey, so it is the blower motor, but that's under warranty.
Wow.
I'm sorry, what? Like that? My vehicle's almost 10
I was
years
going to say,
old.
you had it for almost 10 years.
And so I was not expecting the word warranty
That's amazing.
to come up. And so I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And he said, yeah, he's like, the dealer or the maker of this model or whatever, they're aware of it. Like they're aware of there's a piece that we can order. We don't have any on stock right now, but we can order this piece that will help prevent it. He's like, because honestly, it kind of went out premature.
Praise the Lord for that.
So you're telling me that my blower motor went out premature and it happened to fall right before my warranty expires?
Wow.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's what switched my attitude of like, oh, you know,
That's
I have a car.
awesome.
Because I don't know, I get intimidated about car stuff.
Sure.
Because there's labor and then there's,
Gets
numbers just
expensive.
add up real quick.
It does. It's
It gets
expensive.
real expensive real quick. And so I was just like, oh, how much is this going to cost? And this just isn't like, I can't really wait till payday. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just all those different things that run through my mind.
Yes.
So when he said the word warranty, hallelujah. I mean, I literally heard, ah, in my head. But then he's like, and then we noticed it was about 60,000 miles. Yeah, I'm over 60,000. He's just like, yeah. So usually around that time, there's some maintenance things that we like to do. And then, so we do this. How much is that? Oh, it's a couple hundred here. And we do this. And how much is that? Oh, that's a couple hundred. That's a couple hundred. That's a couple hundred. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple hundred adds up really quick.
It does.
So, but as I sat there and thought about it, he's like, well, what do you want to do today? And I was like, well, let's go ahead and order that part. Fix the blower motor.
Yes.
That'd be great. Let's get the part that will keep it running longer. So that I'm not dealing with this again.
Right.
But since it's covered under warranty, sure, let's go ahead and do the other 60,000 mile maintenance stuff.
Yeah. Do all that.
And that warranty part saved me like seriously $400 or $500.
Wow. That's awesome.
So it was a much easier bill to like go in and pay
Yeah.
than, yeah, we're talking different figures, like
Love that.
extra slots of numbers without that warranty. So I was just so thankful for that.
Yes.
And I got my heat back. I think I called you.
Yeah.
I got my heat back, baby. Oh, it's toasty in here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that for
So I was
you.
really thankful that I can just go and take my car in
Yeah.
and get it fixed and that I had the funds available. But even on top of that, the Lord just blessed and was like, we're going to have this go out premature before your warranty ends.
I love that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank you, Lord. So
So good.
I was really thankful for that. So, okay. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up. And thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yes.
And until next time, keep finding strength in sisterhood. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share with others. Join us over on Instagram at
Strength & Sisterhood Pod.
and leave us a comment if you liked this episode. You can also reach us at
Strength & Sisterhood Pod at gmail.com.
or find us on Spotify, Amazon, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.